Good morning, my dear friends. In this session, we are going to discuss about insect antenna. Insect antenna are also known as feelers because they feels the surrounding environment. Insect antennae are paired, highly mobile and segmented structures. Antennae are located between or behind the compound eyes. See here a pair of antennae which are locating in between the compound eyes. The antenna is set in a socket of the cranium is known as antennal socket. The base of the antenna is connected to the edge of the socket by means of an articulatory membrane, and this membrane permits the free movement of antenna. Antenna consisting of three parts. They are scape, pedicel, and flagellum. The basal segment of the antenna is known as scape. It is conspicuously larger than succeeding segments. The second segment of the antenna is known as pedicel, which immediately follows the scape. The pedicel bears a mass of sense cells known as Johnston organs, and these Johnston organs are used as cardotonal organ in some of the insects like mosquitoes. Cardotonal organs are the structures which detect a wide range of mechanical stimuli. Both scape and pedicels are provided with intrinsic muscle. The scape and pedicel provided with intrinsic muscle. Intrinsic muscles are the muscles of the body that occurs deep within the structures. The remaining antennal segments are combinedly known as flagellum or clavola, which lacks individual muscles. Surface of the flagellum is provided with many sensory receptors that are innervated by the deuterocerebrum of the brain. Flagellum may vary in size and form in different insects. Functions of antenna. Antenna is useful to detect chemicals, including food and pheromones. Pheromones are the chemicals secreted into air by one sex to attract opposite sex, and it is generally secreted by female insects. Antenna perceives smell, humidity changes, variation in temperature, vibration, wind velocity, and direction. Antenna is useful to pursue the forward environment and detect danger. It is useful for hearing in mosquitoes and communication in ants. Rarely, it is also useful to clasp the mate in fleas and grasp the prey in some other insects. Types of antenna. There are several types of antennas. Now we are going to discuss one by one. Cetaceous or bristle-like antennae. In this type of antennae, the size of the segment decreases from base to the apex. See here, basal segments are somewhat larger and its size is decreasing from base to the apex. Cetaceous antennae found in cockroach, leafhopper, dragonfly, and damselfly. Filiform antennae are thread-like antennae. In filiform antennae, the antennal segments are usually cylindrical and thickness of segment thickness of segments remains same throughout the length of the antenna. And this filiform antennae found in grasshoppers. Moniliform antennae are beaded antennae. In this type of antennae, the antennal segments are either globular or spherical with prominent constriction in between the segments. Moniliform antennae found in termites. See, this is the moniliform antenna. Serrate antenna or saw-like antenna. In this type of antennae, the antennal segment have short triangular projection on one side. Serrate type of antenna found in jewel beetle and longicorn beetle. Unipectinate antenna or one-side comb-like antenna. In this type of antenna, the antennal segment bears long, slender lateral processes on one side. Unipectinate antenna found in sawflies. Bipectinate antennae or two-side comb-like antenna. In this type of antenna, the antennal segment bears long, slender lateral processes on both sides. See the lateral processes on both sides. Bipectinate antennae found in silkworm moth. Clavate or clubbed antenna. In this type of antenna, the antennal segment enlarges gradually towards the tip. See here, antennal segments size is increasing gradually towards the tip. And clavate antenna is found in blister beetle. Capitate or knobed antenna. In this type of antenna, the terminal segment become enlarged suddenly. See here, the terminal segments enlarge suddenly. Capitate antenna is found in butterflies. Lamellate or plate-like antenna. In this type of antenna, the antennal tip is expanded laterally on one side and form plate-like structure. See here, plate-like structure. Lamellate antenna or plate-like antenna found in lamellicorn beetle. Aristate antenna. In this type of antennae, the terminal segment is enlarged and bears a conspicuous dorsal bristle known as arista, and the aristate antenna found in houseflies. Stylate antenna. In this type of antenna, the terminal segment bear a style-like process. That's why we calling it as stylate antenna. Stylate antenna found in horsefly and robberfly. Plumose or feathery antenna. Antenna is highly feathery and antennal segment bears long whorls of hairs. Plumose antenna found in male mosquito. Pilose or hairy antenna. Antenna is less feathery with few hairs at the junction of flagellomeres. Pilose antenna found in female mosquitoes. Geniculate or elbowed antenna. In this type of antenna, the scape is long and remaining all the segments are small and which are arranged at an angle to the first segment, that is scape, and gives the appearance of an elbow joint. Geniculate antenna found in ants, weevils, and honeybees. Flabellate are fan-like or tongue-like antenna. In this type of antennae, the segment of flagellum are modified into long, thick, fan or tongue-like projections. Flabellate antennae found in Strepsiptera stylopids. All insects except Procera possess a pair of antennae, that is, in Procera antennae are absent. Antennae are also absent in class Arachnida. Procerons are the blind insects because they do not possess any eyes and antennae. Two pairs of antennae are present in crustaceans. Antennae are well developed in adults and poorly developed in immature stages. Johnston organs are absent in Typlura and Columbola. Thank you.